Why, hello YouTube! Greetings from the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer to the first of a few reviews I filmed before all the camera upgrades. It's Combiner Wars Blades. Blades is a retool of Alpha Bravo with a new head, so really almost nothing new to talk about here besides A, the colors, and B, some modifications I did. So let's begin. Two things you may note here if you've had any prior sight of Blades. The arms and the paint and Reaper labels you see here are different than the standard configuration. So let's start at the front and work our way back. First off, the nose I decided to paint white. I was on a painting frenzy that night and decided to do it. I think it came off looking great, although like the rest of the paint scheme it came with is ever so slightly inaccurate from G1. But who cares? This is G1 inspired, which means we can take a little bit of creative liberty and it looks great. Along with the white nose comes the continuation of the white stripe painted on the bottom of the hull. Makes the stripe just seem a bit more complete in my opinion. Helicopter rotors have been painted a metallic silver. And then we get to the part that everybody keeps asking about on this channel. What in the world did I do to those arms? Originally, there was gray shoulder bits here with missiles here. My immediate thought was, why does a rescue helicopter have missiles? So then I took a soldering iron with a cruddy tip and melted the missiles into a rectangular shape, and then sanded them to be a bit more smooth. After that, I painted the visible bits in vehicle mode black, took Alpha Bravo shoulder pieces, and then near the rear, painted the stabilizer fins white to match the rest of the copter. Do they look perfect? Not by a long shot. But they do look way better in my opinion. What I was aiming for was more along the lines of water tanks. It's a rescue helicopter, and yes, I get that that means hell ambulance, but what if Blades wants to dump 6 tons of water onto a wildfire while airlifting a burn victim to the hospital? I mean, that is viable, right? Anyway, on the back, aside from the Reaper labels, I've painted the tail fin flap white for extra detail. So on to robot mode, and since the Combiner Wars line repeats this transformation of arms out, headpiece back, and open extend the legs for a helicopter, a truck, and 2 different jets, we're cool skipping it, yeah? Robot mode is pretty decent. I quite enjoy how things tuck away and fold up nicely on the helicopter mold. The head, which is about the only thing new to this mold, is actually really, really good, and accurately captures the look of the cartoon and comic book versions of Blades. It's definitely a head sculpt I am down for. Otherwise, the mods I've done to the arms don't really affect them at all, considering that the black can only be seen from the sides of the arms. Meanwhile, the silver and red on the forearms are still plainly visible. Mind you, I feel the shoulders don't work all that well in robot mode. I feel like they should have been white and not even the gray that it came with. One day I might paint the forward-facing shoulders white to give this appearance just for robot mode, because I really do enjoy the black for the helicopter as well as limb mode. Just overall, I like the nice little changes they gave to this figure to separate it from the Vortex mold that they turned into Alpha Bravo for the first release. It's a decent head sculpt with fairly accurate colors that looks smashing as a Protectobot. For another size comparison, Combiner Wars Quickslinger, Fans Project Dead End, TFC Bone Crusher, and finally MPB. Because everything scales well with MPB. And why not, for the fun of it, Superion's legs. To get to limb mode, put the arms together, the legs together, and plug up to form an arm. To make a leg, rotate the waist around and collapse the legs. Simple and easy to go from one form to the other to really help make the Scramble City concept that much easier. And then of course, hand or foot can go either place. So that was my review for Combiner Wars Blades. He's a pretty neat figure. One that I think best suits the helicopter mold, especially if you don't mind getting your hands dirty and modding the arms a bit. This has been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer.